how much you work matters less than you think. I know, you're probably used to productivity videos telling you how to work more, harder, more efficiently, and telling you how this is going to make you more successful, more fulfilled, or more productive. I do not completely disagree, but at the same time, there is one very, very important caveat. Sure, usually you need to work very hard to harvest all the fruits of your labor, but the amount of fruits that you can reach is highly influenced by many one-off decisions that are incredibly important. Everyone's personal and professional paths pass through pivotal moments that have a disproportionately big impact on the outcomes of their lives. Metaphor time. Michael Jordan, I think, is the greatest basketball player of all time. LeBron fans, please do not leave yet, okay? He worked extremely hard. He surely wouldn't have gotten all the opportunities to win if it didn't work as hard as he did. But yet his legacy and even his career were greatly impacted by a few pivotal shots that he took and he actually scored. Starting from the winning basket in 1982 that granted his team the NCAA title, passing through the shot that eliminated the Cavaliers, together with any claim that he was not a winner, and all the way to the other shot, the one that gave him the 6th NBA title. Michael Jordan took 24,000 shots in his career. This is by now an overused metaphor, I know, but stay with me. He missed almost half of them. But had those 3 single shots, the 0.01% gone differently, maybe we would be talking about, sure, top 5 player of all times, but not the almost undisputed greatest. But so, why did I blabber for so long about basketball other than to increase the engagement on this video, hoping that LeBron fans will actually rage in the comments? Because I think it's a great example of how even when we put ourselves in the best position to succeed, even when we have the incredible genes that put us in the best possible position to succeed, and we work hard, we work every day, there are some key moments that make a huge difference. The difference between being number 1 and number 5. And all this difference is dictated by a right or a wrong decision, a shot that goes in and a shot that goes out. But so how does this translate into actionable advices for our careers? Sometimes we need to take a break and really think about where these pivotal moments might be hiding. We'll naturally find some in our way. We should be able to recognize them. But we might also have some next to us that we could miss if we were not to look around. What I notice is that in the midst of our daily lives, we tend to go into autopilot mode. And this is not necessarily bad, especially as it allows us to remain sane. But especially when we are undergoing an important change in our life, in our career, a lot of doors open to us. And it is extremely important in this case to not just enter the first door we see opening in front of us. It is easy when we receive a job offer that we like to just say yes and jump into this new boat. But these decisions that take a split of a second to make can set our direction, the direction of our career and of our life, for months, if not years. So most of the times we should take a step back and consider these decisions for longer, more thoroughly. We need to make sure that we are onboarding the best possible boat, not just the one that came first. Think about the career difference he would have made to join Facebook instead of MySpace in 2005. Let's imagine that in both cases you were up to the tasks assigned to you and that you like the role you are hired for. In one case, you would have received stock options that will eventually be worth millions, a great career trajectory, and a CV that opens door to most jobs in the world. In the other, you would have received a job that maybe paid slightly better for a few years, and that's it. A failed, almost basically failed company. I think MySpace is actually still around on your CV. And I know it's not easy. I know because I've been there and made mistakes in that position. It's very hard to understand which company has a brighter future, first of all. It's hard to say no to more sure money, betting on potential value, and it's hard to risk a current job offer to explore other options. And even if you were to consider all of this, you get very excited after watching this video, you have a few job offers lined up and you decide to do more thorough investigation on this job, to start talking to employees working there, you start asking for opinions, you really evaluate which one you believe is the best boat. Even if you put in all the work, there are a lot of factors, a lot of variables that you cannot control. But even just doing this work, doing something that most people do not even think about, is gonna put you in a better position. And this is really the important, this is really anything or everything that we can do with our lives. Do the best we can to give ourselves the highest percentage of success. This video is very important to me, to my professional and personal life, because I experienced a lot of moments in which I realized that I was working hard, I was putting in the time, I was putting in the effort, but I felt like I wasn't moving forward enough. And sometimes this is just dictated by unrealistic expectations that society puts on us, and we should just relax and understand that things take time. But on other occasions, especially in the startup world that I come from, you know that you are on a sinking boat, right? 90% of the startups do not reach even closely the success that they set to achieve. So you are going to be in sinking boats more often than not. And it is very hard to admit to yourself that you are in the wrong boat, you steered in the wrong direction for a long time, that you put all that energy and effort really rowing the boat as hard as you can, but the boat has not been moving because a massive stone is hanging on the bottom and putting you down or keeping you close to shore. So it was really pivotal, right? Talking about pivotal moments for me to see this concept put into words from Warren Buffett. At least this quote is attributed to him. It doesn't matter how hard you row, it matters which boat you're in or you get in. This is really the core of this video. I also need to thank Ethan Evans that allowed me to understand this concept on a deeper level and gave me some actionable advices on how to assess the best boat to get in. Funnily enough, the company that I joined after doing this analysis was sold after a few months that I joined. But this is a story for another time. I really do believe that this is one of the most important quotes that I've heard in my startup career. The amount of traction that you get by jumping into the right boat, the right startup, the right company, having the best colleagues, or even just the name that you get by working at a startup that succeeds. And maybe you were employee number 20, number 14. The prestige that comes with that is incredible. It's a huge boost for everything else you're going to do in your career, other than a huge boost for, again, your stock options, maybe a few years down the line. This, of course, also opens up a lot of discussions and reflections about how to assess the quality of the people we are hiring. Going back to the Facebook, MySpace example, in both cases, you would have been the same person. You would have had maybe the same skills as an engineer the moment you got in. Arguably, you might have been a better engineer after getting out of Facebook rather than MySpace, because better colleagues would have come around you. But excluding that factor, your career trajectory would be completely different, but you would still be the same person. You would still have the same attributes, the same qualities. This is a bit of a sad realization. The positive side is that a lot of these moments are going to come to us. Some people just hit home runs one after the other and just join every time the best possible startup that they can join. Other people are going to take the wrong path once, twice, and 3 times. They might even get some important learnings and get some scars that help them become better professionals, and then make the right decision the 4th time. So ending on a more positive note, sure, there are different and past decisions we cannot make. Sure, we are gonna make the wrong decisions even after we start spending the time, hopefully less often. But if we realize that this is how we should approach a lot of our career decisions, then it also becomes easier for us to open ourselves to taking more offers, or at least listening to more offers. This is also something that sometimes is missing, right? We realize that we are on this company that is not going as fast as we would like. It's not giving us the learnings or the experience that we would like to have. We can check out the other boats and see if they are going in a direction that we prefer. You might be a founder that started a company in a sector, in a field, or with a mission that you don't really relate to anymore. That's something very hard to change, and you might have to consider different boats or just 180 degree the steering wheel. You might be a product person that continues to come up with genius ideas on how to improve the product, new features to release, but you don't have a development team that is up to the task. You might be a marketing professional trying to advertise to the best of your abilities the product that you're working with, but the product is not up to standards. People are coming in and then leaving, or not coming in at all because they don't find the product appealing. All of these things, sure, you can row harder, you can work more to bring more results, but everything you do is going to be multiplied by 0.5 or 0.2, while in better companies, in companies that put you in the best position to succeed, everything you do is going to have a positive multiplier. Your outcome is going to be 10 times more than what it would have been in a worse situation. And this is really what you should be looking for, because then this impact compounds in many, many different ways. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Again, the mission of Done Smarter is help you with practical things on how to do the job that you need to do and the important tasks that you need to do. So you're gonna see a lot of content around automations or no code, or how to get things done on a very practical way. But I also want to have these discussions with you, because sometimes we focus on how to get things done and we forget that the most important questions that we can answer is really, what should I be doing? And I guess this is part of it. This is, where should I be doing it? It is really fundamental. You might be the most efficient developer in the world. If you are developing a product that no one wants to use, then all of your time and effort is kind of going to waste. You might be a mediocre developer, but if you're developing a product helping millions of people, your impact is very, very large. So hopefully you watching are one of the stellar people, and you can end up in one of the stellar positions to have a positive impact on people on the world. I hope that this video was a spark for you to get to that position. And as always, I remind you that you can subscribe, leave a like, a comment. I'm really, really interested in hearing your personal stories if you feel like sharing it on this topic, because I guess it can help people relate and better assess and understand if they are in the situation that I've described in this video. So again, I wish you a great day, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.